I don't want to waste anybody's time. I just saw Barbarian, and it fucking rules. What up, guys, and welcome to the Flopbuster Movie Show. I'm your co-host, Tony, and today we are talking about a great movie. It's Barbarian, directed by Zach Cregger. It's got Georgina Campbell, we got Justin Long, Bill Skarsgård, and that's all I'm going to say about this movie. I'm tiptoeing. I don't want to give too much away. I'm not going to make any cuts or anything here. I'm going to talk right through this. Just got out of it. This is kind of like my spoiler-free review / reaction. It is very much fresh in my head, talking over myself here, but man, I am so flabbergasted and just full of joy over what I just saw. And just to let you guys know, this is a movie, Barbarian. It's about a woman who goes to an Airbnb. Turns out it is double booked. That's where Bill Skarsgård comes in. That's all I'm going to say, because this movie is crazy. Zach Cregger is a genius. I think this is the perfect coming out party for his directorial horror debut. I know he did Miss March, which it's got to have its fans. I'm guessing he's also part of the Whitest Kids You Know. This movie is awesome. I don't know how to describe it to you guys without spoiling the movie, because the trailers gave nothing away. They're like the most bland trailers in the world in terms of selling you what exactly this movie is. It's perfectly done. The marketing in terms of giving nothing away. Georgina Campbell is a standout. She's awesome. In terms of horror girl heroines, she's one of the best in recent years, up there with Mia Goth recently in X. Justin Long, man. Justin Long is funny and just vicious, and some of the best he's been in a while. His scenes and the way he's written and his character. Bill Skarsgård is great, but he's always great, right? He's always great in these movies. He's charming, and he's also very dark. This movie, the talent here is Zach Cregger, though. It's on display from his directing. This guy has clearly seen a ton of horror movies, specifically the works of Wes Craven, Sam Raimi, even a little bit of Tobe Hooper. It's a treat to watch, because you have no idea where the movie's going. You have no idea how this story is going to unfold. But watching the way it does, it just blows you away, especially if you're looking for something new and original and exciting. This is it. It's different, and I don't want to oversell the movie to you guys, but if you're looking for a movie that is just something you haven't seen before, this is it. People talk about they want original movies, and I say all the time, you get original movies. You get them all the time. You get everything all at once. You get Barbarian. You get X, Pearl coming out next week. There are original movies. This is one of the best of the year, I gotta say, in terms of original horror. And it's a joy. My jaw was on the floor. It is disgusting. I don't know if I can even say what's so good about it in the next section, but it's a horror movie. You can expect the effects to be good. Here, the effects are stellar, spectacular. It brought me back to stuff like Evil Dead 2, which I know is something that Zach Cregger has talked about being the inspiration of, but there were so many things I was thinking of while watching this movie in terms of films that gave me a similar feeling. But it also feels wholly original. There's never a moment where I'm going, oh, he's echoing Raimi or echoing this person or that person. No. It reminds me of those things for sure. But this is a wholly unique film in and of itself. But man, I got to tell you, the writing is great. The directing is great. The effects are great. The cast is awesome. The cast is so good. And the tone, the atmosphere, the way the film is shot, it's got this very soft look to it. It almost reminded me of how House of the Devil is shot. And I was just digging it. I was on board from frame one, and it has this tightrope act it's got going on. But the way it can juggle between comedy and horror and throwing something at you and frightening you and then telling you you're going to wait until the next thing happens. Now you're going to wait. And it does it all over again. And This is a movie that was not really on my radar on the show. I talked about the trailers looked fine. I'm sure I'll see it, and that's about it. But going into this movie, I knew that the word of mouth was insane. And I talked to Victoria, and I was like, all right, I got to see this movie because everybody keeps saying it is incredible and it is awesome. And the hype on this is real. I'm going to see it again tomorrow night. It's going to be interesting to see the movie with a pair of eyes that now have seen it before, and seeing where the story's going to go. I already know where it's going to go. I'm excited to see this again, and I'm excited to talk about this with people because I got nobody to talk about this with. But all I'm going to tell you, for anybody that is considering seeing this, please go out and see this. It is awesome. It is an original piece of horror that is from a big studio from 20th century, and the money is on display, and the audience that I saw it with, they were so engaged and they were so locked into it, and that's what the best of horror can do. It feels so communal sitting with an audience where the expert filmmaker like this, who just completely knows what they're doing and can make you go one way and go and kind of surprise you and goes the other way, and it was truly awesome, guys. And I wanted to get my thoughts out there as quickly as possible because I think this movie is great. It is truly great. I'm gonna have to see it again, but this might be one of my favorites of the year. I loved The Black Phone. I loved X. Scream I thought was awesome, but there was something about this that just, it's going to stick with me. And it is just my type of horror. It is gnarly, it is funny, vicious, and so rewatchable. And there's scenes that I just, like, man, I'm itching to get back in the theater, to see it again, to own it when it comes on 4K. So this is a big thumbs up recommendation for Barbarian. It is great. Make sure you guys check it out. I'm convincing Gabe. He's got to see this movie. He's got to go out and see it. So I wanted to get this out there. It's not going to be like a fancy review or anything like I usually do, or all the editing and stuff. I'm trying to get this all in one take. So I know I've talked over myself a few times, but for the most part, I just wanted to let you guys know how great this movie was. And make sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, share, and go see this movie this weekend. I will mention it for a little bit on the show tomorrow too, because I want to get this word out there about this one. It's awesome. So I'll see you guys on the main show. Make sure to check out the other videos on the channel. We got My Favorite Horror Movie episode 1 already up, and next Tuesday another great big episode for My Favorite Horror Movie. All right, I'll see you guys next time.